Friends, Romans, and countrymen, welcome back once more to my channel. And in this video, I wanted to talk about something that I have been thinking about recently, and it is about the qualities, it is about certain traits of people which are the most reliable predictors that tell us whether a person is going to become successful or not. Or we can take it in another way, like what are the qualities that you must develop if you want to become successful, or should I say if you want to become rich in life. Okay, and I would like to start off this video by telling you my most favorite quote, my number one quote, and that is something that I have developed myself. It's not taken from some some rich and popular personality, but rather something that I wrote as a tweet of a few years ago, and that excuse me, that I have pasted in my office, and that I just like to keep reminding myself every once in a while. And that goes like this: becoming rich is not hard. Becoming the person that becomes rich is hard as fuck. Okay, and my experiences and my learnings tell me that these are the three most defining characteristics or qualities that are always most often present in a successful person, in a rich person, and those are the qualities that you should work to develop in you if you want to become rich and successful in life. And another very important caveat here, that just the fact that I am talking to you about these qualities, or I'm telling you about these qualities, does not mean in any way that I am some master sitting on a pedestal and showering these, pearls of wisdom upon you. I am just as much a student of this insight, of this knowledge, and I'm trying just as hard to practice this in my life and to benefit from this knowledge, as I expect that you will benefit and practice as well. Okay, so to start with, the first and most defining, possibly the most important quality is self-discipline. And I would like to illustrate my point by giving you examples from real life, from my life and from the lives of people that I know personally, or that I have read about and been inspired a great deal from. So excuse me, I've been suffering from a bout of cough, so I'm getting these these coughing fits every once in a while. The very first example that I would like to tell you on the point of self-discipline is the example of two brothers. Both of them are in their 50s now, and I know them personally. They are a part of my extended family. And one of them is a rich and successful businessman who is the younger of the two. And the senior one, the elder brother, is more of a common man, not extraordinarily successful, doing well for himself and his family, but not really successful by in terms of monetary success. Okay, now both these brothers have a medical condition. They are suffering from piles. Okay, and it is their genetic problem. It is almost everybody in their family suffers from that. And there is a certain difference in their approaches, in the way they have tried to handle this medical problem. Okay, so this younger brother, the guy who's more successful, around 10 years ago, when the condition started becoming really severe in his late 30s and early 40s, and also it is a coincidence that was the time when he was planning to quit his job and start his own business, become an entrepreneur. He is a real estate businessman and investor, and he currently lives in California, US. Okay, so around that time, he made a vow. He made a pledge to himself that in order to control these, to control this problem, because it was hampering his work, it was hampering his ability to get work done, it was affecting his health. So he decided, let's just be done with it once and for all. And he decided that he's going to curb this, and to do that he made a pledge to himself. He made a vow. First, that he would start eating any kind of junk food from outside that could aggravate his problems. So, for example, samosas or momos or chaat or any kind of stuff that is spicy that can aggravate the piles problem, he would stop eating it. And secondly, red chili powder, red chilies, green chilies, and black pepper. These are the three things that he found was, that were making his condition serious. Every time he consumed them, the next morning he would get a bout, and he would suffer. So he made a pledge that he will simply stop consuming red chili, green chili, and black pepper for the rest of his life. And it's been more than 10 years. That guy has become an incredibly successful businessman, and he has stuck to his pledge. He has simply not consumed red chili, green chili, black pepper, and he has simply never eaten once outside street food. I mean, of course he consumes fruits and juices and stuff like that, but the stuff that is harmful for his health, he simply stopped consuming it. Okay, now let's compare this to the older brother, to the guy who's not so successful. He's also suffering from the same problem, but he has a kind of nilly-willy attitude towards it. Once in a while, he gets that problem, he goes to the doctor, gets medicine, and then the doctor tells him to refrain and eat with discipline for a while, and then the problem kind of goes away, and he starts feeling better, and then again he goes back to the old ways and starts eating spicy food, outside food, and then again he just keeps on suffering. He's forever and ever stuck in that loop. Now, this is a lesson in self-discipline. If you were to, if you were told about the characters of these two people, and then you were asked, who do you think would be more successful in life of these two people, it would be pretty easy to make a guess, right? So self-discipline, because it extends to all other areas of your life. About how you do one thing is how you do all other things, right? So self-discipline is one of the most important and defining factors. Second, I would say, is consistency and working when you don't feel like working. Being consistent with your work and working even when you don't feel like working. And to make that point, I will give you two examples from my own life. So I have this ever since I have started my SEO business, my SEO agency. There's this one little routine that I have set for myself from day one, and that is every single day, Monday to Saturday, 6 days a week, I sit down for 1 hour and send 10 personalized cold emails. I try to send 10. Sometimes I'm able to do 10. Sometimes I get distracted or get a phone call or something, so I can do 4 or 5, but I try to do 10. Every single day I sit down for 1 hour and send some cold emails to business owners who may be looking for SEO services, right? Now, last year on 11th September 2023, I was suffering from chikungunya. I had really bad fever. I simply had no energy to sit on my table, open my laptop, and do this routine. I was not doing any other part of the work, but this was something that I had pledged that I will do every day. So somehow I mustered the strength, I mustered the courage to sit down, and I sent a total of 4 cold emails on 11th September. Then I shut down my laptop and went to sleep. The next morning when I woke up, when I turned my data on in my phone, I got a bunch of emails that I get every morning from different people. And one of those emails was a notification from Calendly. So one of those people that I had sent the emails to, they had read my email, they clicked on the link, they went to my sales page, and they booked a meeting because they were interested in the service that we were offering, right? 11th September, I sent the email. 12th September, I got the notification that a meeting was booked. The person had booked a meeting for 19th September, 1 week later. 19th September, we had a call. After the call, I sent them a proposal for to start the service, and they wrote back to me a couple of days later that they are not in a position to afford the price that I was quoting, and they will think about it later. Okay, the story ends there. I followed up with them in January 2024, like 4 months later. Then again, they wrote back that they're in the real estate industry. The industry, they are kind of, slowed down in winters, in around Christmas and New Year. And they again said that they're not ready quite as, at that moment, they were not ready. So then I forgot about it, and 2024 started, and then we, got busy with our work as usual. And on 9th March 2024, 6 months from that point, I got another email from that same person, and they said they want to have a meeting. So one day later, on 10th March, we had a call, and on the call, the person said that now they're ready to start. And just one day after that, the agreement was signed, and they paid the invoice, and it was for an amount of $4,500. So the whole point I'm trying to make is that I did not get a result from my effort in September, but I got a result from that effort 6 months later, and that client is still with us, still paying us $4,500 every month. And I have this Loom video about the X Factor Club right in the description. You can click on that and see that, see details about that. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that on 11th September, I did not feel like working, but still I pushed myself and got work done. So the second biggest factor in success that tells about people whether they're going to be successful or not is doing the work consistently, even when you don't feel like working. Even when you're not getting results from your efforts, even then you have to keep showing up and keep doing the work. Another example from my life is, I have been, from ever since I was a teenager, I've always been a little chubby and a little bit overweight. So from last year onwards, I started trying to get in shape, got really serious about gymming and, working out and strength training. Last year, I made a pledge that I will hit the gym for 100 days in a row. I did that, and, in around 3.5 to 4 months, I was able to shed 20 kilos of fat. In the later part of the year, again, I got down by chikungunya. I could not work out for 4 months because of the horrible pain in the joints and stuff. And I regained a lot of that weight. And as you can see on my face, that I have some extra fat on my body. Now, this year, I have made a pledge that I will hit the gym 150 days in a row. Today was my day number 43 out of that 150 days. You can go to my shorts, my video shorts on YouTube, and check that I am posting one video every single day. So far in the 42 days journey, I have lost around 6 kgs, and I'm planning to lose at least 25 kilos in the remaining days, and hopefully build some muscle on the body as well. So consistency is another factor that decides whether a person is going to become successful or not, regardless of what they're doing in life. The third factor that I will say is focus. The world around you is there to distract you from your goals. It is full of distractions. I heard a quote somewhere on Instagram. There was some old person who said that excuse me, refusing to get distracted is the power of the man. And there is this little mental model that I have developed for myself, that everything around you, you have to start looking at anything that is not relevant to your goals, anything that does not help you in achieving your goals. You have to start treating it as a form of distraction. So if I'm trying to lose fat, and if I'm trying to build a 6-pack abs, if I'm trying to build muscle mass on my body, then sugary food, packaged food, if I look at a packet of chips, I want to eat it. I love chips. But when I look at a packet of chips, I try not to look at it as a packet of chips. I try to look at it as a form of distraction. When you start training yourself to see that food that is delicious and you want to eat it, generally, when you train yourself to start looking at it as a form of distraction, it becomes far more easier to convince your mind to avoid that thing and avoid it happily without feeling guilty or without feeling bad that you're depriving yourself of certain pleasures of life that everybody is getting to have and you are not, right? So anything, if you are if you're a student and if you are preparing for an exam, or if you are trying to build a startup, then going out on weekends and spending time with friends, or having a couple of drinks, there are certain sacrifices you have to make. And what other normal people consider it as business as usual, you have to, in the larger interest of your goal, you have to start looking at it as a form of distraction, and that will help you stay more focused, get more done, and move towards achieving your goals much faster. So these are the 3 things that I believe I have learned and just shared with you. These are the 3 most predictable and credible parameters that tell whether a person is going to become successful or not. And if you want to become successful, no matter what you're doing, if you want to become rich, if you want to become successful, these are the 3 features. 1, self-discipline. 2nd is consistency and working when you don't feel like working. And 3rd is, like I just said, refusing to get distracted and staying focused. You should work on developing these 3 skills. And if you have these 3 qualities in you, you will become successful, you will become rich, no matter what you do. And as I said in the beginning, just the fact that I'm sharing this doesn't mean that I'm sharing some, I am some guru and I'm just showering these pearls of wisdom on you. No, I am just as much a student as you are. Okay, I am just happen to just lucky to have this insight and the ability to be able to communicate this to you and share this with you through this channel. Okay. To conclude this video, I would like to invite you to join my private community, which is the X Factor Club. You can find a link to this to my Loom video right in the description. So if you if this is the first time on my channel, and I would just like to tell you that I used to work a 9-to-5 job. I used to work for the government of India until 2019. Then I quit my job and started my online business journey, where I struggled for years, tried multiple things that didn't work, and finally something clicked. We were able to start an SEO agency that is currently doing really well, and I've been able to build a 6-figure business. So if you would like to follow in my footsteps and learn from all the mistakes, and basically take a look at how I run my business, how we do all the different things, and there is a little course I have created about finding a job or finding international clients that you can use to get ahead in life. And basically, if you need advice on anything career related, business related, or if you are preparing for some kind of government exam in India, you can through that membership. It's a very affordable fee for a lifetime membership. You can watch the Loom video, join the club, and you can get all the goodies that are in there, along with 24/7 direct access to me. So I hope you found this video insightful and fun. We are not able to do a lot of editing at this point of time. Hopefully we are going to do a lot more edited and fancy videos going forward. As of now, I'm just sharing my thoughts. I hope you found it useful. See you soon in the next video.